So if I were trying to start a pathway for cardiac monitoring in my hospital, first thing I would do as a neurologist is find out who is an implanting physician at my institution and reach out to them or that person, have a conversation with them, let them know where I think this fits into the care of my patients, find out from them how they would like these referrals sent to them.
In regards to advice that I give to other neurologists trying to establish a pathway, I would say the most important thing is a relationship with their cardiologist. If you have that in place, everything else flows pretty easily. So get to know your electrophysiologist and cardiologist. Do a journal club where you talk about the data that currently exists, so you can identify areas where maybe some of you have disagreements and have discussions about that, and then develop a pathway together instead of one side developing it. This is a multidisciplinary approach where the neurologist, the cardiologist, really the patients have to be involved together for it to work smoothly. And so get to know them, make meetings with them, and work on quality improvement at your hospital together. Put a pathway in place that works for both of you. And so you can continue to improve that over time, and then it will be a streamlined process together.
I think it's important to consider, at your own center, establishing a pathway for stroke monitoring with your neurologist. So basically, that would start out by just meeting with your neurologist and showing them, if they're not already aware of the data regarding stroke and subclinical AFib and the role of atrial fibrillation and cryptogenic stroke, show them the data. I think actually, our stroke neurologists now, if they're really a specific stroke center, they are aware of this data. It's in our cardiology literature, it's in the neurology literature. Although, smaller, if you don't have a big stroke center at your hospital, they may not be aware. So, put together a meeting, put together some talks, and educate the team, and then work together to establish a system that works for everyone.
Like many disease states, a partnership with your colleagues is fundamentally important to deliver the best care to your patients. At Valley Hospital, we have a very close relationship with our stroke neurologists. And after a stroke, especially one that's cryptogenic or ischemic, we have a direct consultation with our neurologists who seek out a long-term ECG monitoring to exclude the presence of atrial fibrillation. And in our hospital, typically patients will leave the hospital with an ICM prior to hospital discharge.
We know how devastating these second strokes can be. We have to be our patients' advocates because, quite frankly, we know the data that's out there. So my suggestion is learn the data. Really feel comfortable with the data, both for Crystal AF and Stroke AF and the meta-analysis that have been done. And when you do that, you'll recognize that we have a tool in our hands that we can really prevent second strokes, and that is with an implantable cardiac monitor.